Rusty Quill presents Stellar Firma.
What?
David?
Trexel? What?
David, I can tell something's wrong. I'm not where I was.
Nor was I. There was a tube. There was a tube in the floor. There was a tube in the floor, and then we are here in separate rooms, and I'm just looking at you on the screen. This is weird. What is this place?
David, reach out and touched me. I need to know you're there, David.
Okay.
Get away! Stop it! That's
okay.
not that.
Right.
David, this is somehow your fault. I haven't worked it out
No,
why or how
I don't know.
or
I don't
who
know.
or where or when. Indeed,
Wait.
when is it? Have we moved in time? Well, we are always moving forward in time.
No.
But one thing, David, is
Trexel.
what have you done?
No, I haven't done anything. I don't know. Wait. The screen is flashing. Answer questions or die of guns.
Oh, that makes sense. Yes.
What?
That makes sense. I was worried there for a moment. I thought maybe we had been kidnapped or perhaps held for ransom for some unfathomable reason. I have a lot of enemies, but I don't
Are we
respect their abilities.
But we got
No,
tubed out. We've been kidnapped, and they're saying they're going to shoot us. I
Yes.
think we're being ransomed. We've been kidnapped
Yes.
and ransomed.
No, David, it seems that way. It's very
Okay.
similar to being kidnapped. It's very similar,
right.
David, but it's one key different. We've been selected for the Q&A,
Okay.
which stands for questions and aggression. We will be
Okay.
asked questions. If we fail, we will be met with violent aggression. You understand? We are being
Right.
broadcast right now to the myriad employees, build team, security, the person who changes lights, I guess, all over Stellar Firma, because
Right.
we are experts. Experts in what? Who can
yes,
say?
experts in what? No, let's say. What are we experts in? We're being broadcast. This is live.
This is
I
live.
am an expert in nothing. I'm just a
Wow.
clone, a completely normal and very
Wow.
subservient clone. And Trexel is obviously an expert in. Trexel, what are you an expert in?
No, I would like to hear it from you, David. If you don't know, then what am I an expert in, David?
Locating areas around Stellar Firma through non what's the word?
Wow, this is
Standard.
long.
Non-standard
You wouldn't want
means.
this on the name tag. That's like
Okay.
that long. The name
Are
tag
we
would
trying-
flop at either end.
Are we more looking for? We're more looking for sort of elevator pitches.
Yeah. If you okay, let's say you're a hotshot young screenwriter and you're trying to pitch in an elevator of a hollow vid about the life of Trexel Geistman. Now you've
Why
got
would I be doing
gonna-
that? What's my
because
motivation?
Your motivation is, wow, Trexel. Now, you've got one short sentence to get it all
Right.
in. And you're like, what's Trexel? What's
Okay.
Trexel? Go.
Trexel, places, cocktails, lateness, despair.
Excellent. I liked all of those except the ones that were insulting, and I'll get you for that.
Okay. Right.
But
Anyway,
what I'm an
there is-
expert in, David, is planet design and also politics, corporate politics, and also drink mixing. And
I said that.
also, well, you did say that, but you didn't say mixing. You just said cocktails in general. Like,
Cocktails.
oh, look, that's the flax and whisk.
because you're good at
Whereas I
everything.
can make them.
No, but everything's
good
to do
at
with
everything.
cocktails. Just
Okay.
the umbrella of cocktails. If it's to do with cocktails, Trexel Geistman's your man.
Hence the cocktail umbrella. It all works, David. But the important thing
Yes.
is we're going to get questions and we're going to answer them, aren't we?
Right. Questions. Okay. Okay.
You're the question
there's-
boy.
Okay, I'm just looking here. Why this is coming from citizen employee Ali. What's the best thing about Imogen?
Wow, that's a big question. That's a
Yes,
big question. Constancy.
Is this a
In-
trick
it-
question though?
A trick question. There's no such thing as a trick question, David, because every question is a trick question.
Okay.
The trick being is if they don't like your answer, aggression.
Right. Okay. Right. So no aggression. We got to get answers that they like. Right. So what is the best thing about Imogen?
Don't mess it up, David.
She's lovely.
She's lovely.
No,
That's what the-
she's lovely.
Care to expand at all, or is that it?
And she is nice and cool, and she lets me look at things, and she hasn't yet shot me.
That's good. You know what? When I'm rating a person or being, or let's say thing, I often think, hey, has this thing ever shot me? If you imagine the flow diagram, there's you, and then there's a little arrow and it says shot, YN, And if it goes to Y, you go, no, thank you. No, thank you. Unless it was in, the most dangerous game, The Hunting of Man, and you agreed to it, fine. But that's a very, very narrow scenario, David.
I still don't think they'd be my friend.
Well, maybe you're into that. I'm not here to yuck anyone's yum, David. I'm not here to yuck anyone's yum. Now, but generally speaking, it's a no. If it's no, I don't like them. If it's a yes, if I don't know them, if it's a like yes, but if it's a no yes, then yes, I like them. Yes.
That makes complete...
You've just taken the first step on the flow diagram of whether or not you like someone. The next one is: do they have an unsecured liquor cabinet?
Right. Hang on. So we've gone shot.
Yes.
N. Unsecured liquor cabinet.
Well, Imogen is all of Stellar Firma. And have you, David, there's quite a few poorly guarded liquor cabinets. So I'd say that's a big Y. A big Y in the Imogen column.
N. Y. And then what's next?
What will be next? Are they a parental figure filling a gaping void in your life?
Why?
Well, because it would be very important to you.
Yes.
Good. Well, then you love Imogen. Imogen's great.
Right.
Now,
yes,
that's you. That's you. That's your thing, David. You love unsecured liquor cabinet. Now, me, what do I think the best thing about Imogen is? Well, I said it right at the start, but you blew past it, David, because you don't listen.
I was just trying.
What's that? Sorry, I can't hear you over the sound of your own ineptitude. Now, shut up. What I like about Imogen is constancy. She's always there. Whether you like it or not, regardless of what room you're in, even I think some sections of the vents, but not all. So let's say you're having a really bad day. You just like to be left alone. Just like, really, leave me alone. There's Imogen. Love it.
Right. So she's always there.
Yes.
Watching us.
Waiting, plotting. Who can say? She's an AI. You can never tell what they're doing, except on the printout of what they're doing. Unless there's a secret printout.
I mean, it's just saying, don't ask. I have guns.
I mean, then fine. Then you know where you stand. And where you stand is in the reticule of a gun.
Yes. Right. Okay. Well, Ali, I hope that answers your question.
And if it didn't, shove it? Question mark? Yes, no? Yes. Flow diagram.
Yes. Okay. Next question. David,
why would we even bother? Well, I'll just die, shall I? A question for David. No, I've got a hat. I'll just put it over my face because I've died. I've died, David.
Okay. I don't know. Did you bring that hat with you, or is that room just full of hats?
This is just my hat. Look at this hat. Bam. Who's a stylish Trexel? Me. Rakish angle.
I have to say, that is quite a nice hat. Why have you never worn it to work?
Well, my hats tend to get quite soiled because of,
you have soiled a lot of hats. Okay, no,
but I think we were answering a question about you for some reason.
Right. Oh, yes, sorry. David, how does it feel to know your...
Sorry.
David, how does it feel to...
Go ahead. Sorry, don't let me keep you.
David.
Oh, I've died of boredom. Sorry, did I say that out loud? I say that out loud?
Trexel.
Oh, for me!
How does it feel to know you're so much more talented than your immediate superior? Yep. Deal with that one, Trexel. Congratulations, that's yours now.
Oh, that's a trap question, David. And I'd like you to field that one.
No, I'm pretty sure it's... Yeah, no, I'm looking at it. No, it says Trexel. Definitely Trexel. Yeah, no, Trexel. How does it feel to know you're so much more talented than your immediate superior? So, Trexel. Trexel, this question is directed straight at you.
David, that's a question. That's a question.
It is a question, and it wants an answer.
Does it? Well,
it's looking at you. It's saying, Trexel, please answer me. Please give me the answer.
And then I hit it with a wooden spoon and say, no answer for you question.
But Trexel, question. If you don't answer me, you're going to get shot. And I'm going to have to go down the Y section of the flowchart.
Okay, fine. I'll answer you question. You provocative little minx, you!
Thank you.
Why am I good? Why am I better than most people? I've got great legs.
You've got great legs?
Oh, legs for days.
Are you insulting Hartro's legs?
No! What I'm saying is we've all got strengths. And mine is my excellent pins.
Right, and what you're saying is that they're much better. Your pins
Stop
are much
extrapolating!
better.
Stop it!
You know, but the question is
What?
so much
Sorry, I
more
can't hear you.
talented.
So I've gone deaf.
Okay, no, but the question is more talented than your immediate superior, and you've just complimented your own legs, which means I think that you've just said that you think that your excellent pins, are much better than Hartro's pins. Does
Damn
Hartro have
excellent
terrible pins?
No. Your Honor, I'd like to retract my answer and submit another.
Right. Accepted. Overruled.
I am error.
Mm-hmm.
Answer cannot be found at this time. Please contact your nearest tech support center, or indeed Trex Support Center.
Okay.
A network of Trex Support Center. Is your Trexel not functioning as it used to? Visit the Trex Support Center, and they'll fill it with gin.
Well, what if the Trexel is always functioning and I still want it to change?
Fill it with gin.
Okay. Trexel, is there any gin in your room?
Hang on. Well, there's this mysterious blue flask. Hang on. There's this.
Well, try it.
Let's see what's inside, shall we? Oh, isn't this exciting? It's like a treasure hunt, except the answer. I'll give us a wider angle on this. You got one too?
Yeah.
Oh, excellent. Okay, well let's find out what's in our flask, shall we?
It's got a little straw.
Oh my God! Oh my nose! Oh my nose! Oh, sweet heaven! No! Oh, that's paint thinner. That's a bottle of paint thinner.
Yep, that was gin.
Oh!
I think you should probably go and drink some of it. Okay, that is that's quite a lot of.
Let's move on to the next question, David.
Okay, I think we can consider that properly answered. We have one here from Autumn Jarvis.
Inside my own mind.
Oh, that last one was from Kieran Roberts. Apologies on any of these pronunciations of these names and employees. I'm just reading them and I don't really have a guide, so you know.
If you need any help, ask me.
Yes. Right. So Autumn Jarvis asks, "Who's the best clone you've ever worked with?" Trexel.
Wow. I knew an excellent Frank in my time. Frank 4. Now, that was a clone you could really, really not get attached to because they're immediately recycled. I mean, mwah. I barely even saw Frank.
Right. And that's why Frank was your favourite clone to work with, because they
One and
immediately died.
You know what I mean? I'm not even sure I ever saw Frank in person. I saw the file as it slid past me.
Right.
Wow.
How did you even cause them to be recycled if you didn't even meet them?
Think about it.
There are so many options. I need you to narrow them down.
Okay, it's pretty obvious, David. It's pretty obvious.
You didn't turn up to work for a week.
Well, I mean, yes, that is an option, David, but that's clearly not the most obvious option. I sent an eagle in my place, and it ate him.
Oh.
Clearly the option.
How big was the eagle?
6 foot tall.
Good Lord. How did you
With
get
a mask of my face. Well, I made it. I am a planet designer and fauna fabricator.
Wait, the build team let you in?
Oh, they don't let me in, but I get in.
Right.
I'm a level 5 fauna sculptor. If you want a monstrosity that should not be, come to Trexel. He'll make it for thee. Make it tall, make it strong. But all you must is make it wrong. It stamps across the open plain, scaring children all the day. Trexel's creatures, just for you. Call him on 0765 1212. That was on my business cards. Massive business cards they were.
Okay, what was that? So, hang on. 0765. There's a dial pad on here. What was it? 0765
12.
Catchy, right? Calling.
Oh, sorry, David. I've got a call coming in.
Okay.
Trexel Geistman Monstrosities.
Hello. My name is David Devon, and I would like a tiny explosive slug.
You're not getting me that easily. That's dynamite. Good day, sir. Sorry, crack call.
No, it's all right. They hung up. Okay. Well, fair enough. I'm just surprised. I'm surprised that you have a qualification.
Sorry, no, David. No, these levels are very much my levels. Level 1. Is it living? Yes.
Right.
Congratulations. Level 2. Does it continue to live for more than 8 to 9 seconds. It does.
Well, enough to eat a clone, so yes.
Enough to eat a clone. Congratulations, you're to level 3. Face, question mark? We're back to the flow diagram, David. We're back to the flow diagram.
It had 2 faces? It had the eagle face and then your face on top of it.
Yes, but my face on top of it was a mask I'd made, not a living creature. This creature had one true face.
Well, aren't all our faces masked? Is there really a true face? Do we not all wear a mask all the time? I mean, I'm asking, are we wearing...
Oh, sorry, you were asking. Oh, sorry, yes, we are.
Oh.
Over our bone faces.
Okay, is that actually, our true face?
I'm wearing a mask over my bone face. I don't know about a clone.
I don't think I have bones. I think
you just got very turgid muscular tissue. I don't know if you've got bones. I can't remember. We weren't told, but I didn't care.
I don't know. I can't see inside myself.
Well, can't anybody.
I don't know.
Philosophy.
Right.
That's philosophy.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have to charge you for that philosophy lesson. 200 credits.
I don't have.
I'll put up a tab for you. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, fine. Charge my accountant. Right. Let's have a look. So I think that yes, it was Frank. You just never even worked with them. They just immediately died. Here's one. Here's one. Oh, again from Autumn. Oh.
I believe Autumn is passing questions in, passing them.
Oh, wow, right. Well, the question passer Autumn has given us, don't you find Bathin just a little bit attractive? You have to answer this question, Trexel. And you have to answer truthfully. Otherwise, they'll know. You'll get aggression. Not even just a little bit. Like this much. This much. A bit more. This much. This much. This
to kill you.
This much. This much.
Kill you with a spike.
This much. This much.
A certain light, excluding personality and face and everything about. Some people,
yes,
or persons unknown,
right,
could
it's me.
Possibly.
Well, actually, you, because you're describing this. This is you. You say
there's a certain something there,
Mm-hmm.
but it's buried under a certain something there. And that's all I'm willing to say on the subject, David.
What is the first something?
He's a mega hump on my back. A hump on my back causing back pain.
A mega hunk, yes. Yeah, so, and what is that? What is that hidden behind the second something?
Just a pile of rags.
Just his fabulous clothes. He's a mega hunk disguised by his
smelly rags.
Incredible clothes. Just deliciously.
This question's over.
Clothes.
This question's over. I've answered the question. Please move on.
Oh no, I'm satisfied. Mega hunk, lovely clothes. Right. David, another one from David. What clothing would you wear? So David. Yes, David. Oh, your question for me. Okay, yes. What clothing would you wear if you could choose something other than your onesie? Well, question asker. Thank you.
You can't.
Now, the fun fact is, I'm not actually wearing a onesie. This is just baked onto me. It might be clothes, but I can't take it off. So I'm not sure if it counts as actual clothes. Now, it's not my skin, because this is my skin, and this is not my skin. But it's also, I couldn't. This is nothing here. It's just a.
Don't open it. Don't ever open it.
It's just a flap. It's just a flap. You look inside. It's like Trexel's belly button. You look inside, and it's all sealed up. So I'm not actually wearing a onesie, but
that's all subcutaneously.
Yeah. Well, at some sort, it's almost like an exoskeleton, but like a really soft, useless exoskeleton with Stellar Firma branding printed on it.
Flexoskeleton.
A flexoskeleton, yes. So this is my flexoskeleton, yes. And I'm what would I wear? What would I wear? I'm thinking.
You'd of course come to me, David.
And would I? Okay, no, fine. How would you dress me? With your fashion.
How would you dress
David?
In summer silks. Oh, the flowing. You just got to get a wind machine and everything's tremendous. Or perhaps maybe you're more of a crushed velvet kind of a person. I know I am when it comes down to the simulated winter that we sometimes have when we've run out of power for the heating. So it depends on the weather, David.
So I'm thinking maybe some crushed silks and some summer velvet.
Yes. In that, I'm going to dress you in silk and velvet and then put you in a vacuum and crush you.
I'd like to see you try.
I'd like to see you die. Aha!
Well, you won't, because you're going to try, and then I'm going to be like, no, thank you. I'm not going to be crushed in that vacuum. I'm going to not be crushed. I'm going to expand in this vacuum. I'm going to get bigger. Yeah.
I just wish that one day, I could invite somebody to my vacuum of crushed terror, and they wouldn't be like, no,
Well,
I spent so much time decorating, and everyone's like, don't put me in your vacuum, Trexel. I'll die, Trexel. Let me see my family again, Trexel. I just, what do I have to do, What do I have to do?
I mean, let them see their family again.
That's selfish. I've got needs. The need for them not to see their family because of the, wider security implications of that.
And the crushing vacuum of terror, which you have to, I don't know, test? Feed?
I've got to feed. Certainly. It certainly talks to me.
Right.
Feed me, Trexel, it yells.
Right.
In my dreams. I've called it Barry.
Barry the vacuum.
Barry crash and stuff.
Barry crash and stuff.
Come to Barry.
And Barry says, feed me, Trexel.
Your flesh calls. Barry's in town.
I hunger. I hunger for more. I hunger for them. I hunger for their families.
Barry can hear you. Barry can smell you. Come through the vents to the jaws of Barry. Next question.
Okay. Right, so...
I think we nailed that one.
No, I think that's extremely... no, summer velvets and crushed silks, thank you. Right,
Crushed velvet and summer hillocks.
Another one through the question pipe that is autumn. What did your parents do for Stellar Firma?
Me?
Well, I mean, my parent is sort of Imogen, I guess, so... I mean,
or a tube, or a big tank of mixed DNA.
Yeah.
Mixed.
Any
blended.
of those. Non-traditional parentage.
Sure.
But they got me where I am today, so...
Yes, which is absolutely nowhere. Now, my parents are... What did you say?
I mean,
What did you say?
Stuck with you. I mean, that's literally what's...
honor. It's a privilege.
I'm still stuck. I can't leave.
Yeah, well, oh no, I'm stuck with this bag of gold. Oh no, I'm stuck with this fast spaceship full of honey.
Well, if somebody had glued me to the fast spaceship with honey, then yes, I would be stuck to the spaceship full of honey.
Well, now you've ruined your gift, David. I was going to glue you to a spaceship with honey.
Oh no, I'm so sad that I've ruined that horrifying grasp.
Yeah, look, it takes to milk the massive bee we have. We've got one enormous bee.
And you milk it? Is that why honey is bee milk? I thought there was some sort of house they went to and then vomited.
Now, that's how it used to work back in the old days, back on Earth.
Just had...
Earth with a bunch of rubes. Oh, I've got a big load of bees and I'm keeping them in a pretend house and I'm going to scrape it off like an idiot. No, we've got one enormous, dangerous bee with an udder and you milk the honey from it. It's a much better system.
What's this sort of flow output? I mean, how big's your starship?
The starship, it's sort of like a cruiser class, like a 12 Trexels high, 40 Trexels long.
Like a really big egg.
Like a massive long egg.
Big long
laid
egg.
by a big long chicken.
Right. You've got that's a lot of honey. That's a lot of honey for your big long egg.
Well, the thing is, I don't need to go the whole thing in it. I just need to go you in it.
Right.
But you can get about 12. You get about 12 quarts of honey per pump. Now, I don't know how much a quart is, but that's what it says in the box.
And that sounds like quite a lot. That's like 3 hulls.
3 hulls of honey. 3 hulls of honey, go hi ho, hi ho. 3 hulls of honey, go hi ho. With a hey-dee hey and a ho-dee ho. 3 hulls of honey I go with a hey-dee 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 hey-dee. Buzz dead. You get murdered by the bee at the end of that.
Right. Song. Yes. Okay. No, that's a surprise. That is a surprise.
What were we saying before I got onto the bee?
Oh yes.
What even was the question?
What did your parents do for Stellar Firma?
Yes, that was what I was talking about. Now, my parents were some of the most respected and well-loved and beloved, but not in that way, not by a bee, beloved in the everybody loves them, perhaps including the bee. Never asked the bee, but everybody loved them. And they were the most excellent planets. They designed all the greats. Plutarch 6, Nagadi, the Rambunctious Hole. That's them. You been to the Rambunctious Hole?
No, hold on. I'll just have a look at Imogen.
You've got to go.
Rambunctious Hole.
Look it up. Click safe search off.
That is a party.
Mm,
That is a
Bacchanalia.
big party. That's so oily.
It's been going for 80 years at this point, and it is still as crisp and dangerous as it ever was.
Wait, they've got some sort of live broadcaster. Everyone's so old.
Yes. No one can
80-year-olds
leave.
writhing about, screaming. Is
Hot.
it pleasure? Is it terror?
Is
I
it
don't
both?
know. I think it's both.
It
Your
is.
parents were beautiful monsters.
Beautiful monsters.
is-
Oh!
I
And
need
then
to
they
look
died.
away. No, I'm done. Okay.
And then
Oh.
they died.
Oh.
And they died
Oh.
in some sort of accident. Can't
Oh.
remember what the accident was.
Did you? I don't. Did you? Did you? Did you?
I don't think I did. I don't remember. I didn't want to. I mean,
Did
I
they
didn't
see-
see them a lot. So
Did
we
they
didn't
see-
live in the same place. I lived in a separate place with a pile of meat and a fork and a note that said earn it, as we've discussed. But no, they just sort of stopped writing and sending money one day. And
Right. So you didn't invite them to see Barry Crush and stuff.
no, they would have approved. They would have approved. Mother never approved of any of my projects. They're weird, Trexel. You're bringing shame upon the family, Trexel. Why didn't you settle down and die, Trexel?
Hmm.
Those Christmas cards were harsh.
Hmm.
So that's what they did.
Right. Okay. Yes. Well, next question, I suppose. Just moving right along, blasting along.
Blast
Um,
along.
Blast along. Right. So, I've done this one. I can't dismiss them. I can't make them go
No,
away.
they are forever. They
on.
exist
I'm
beyond
just gonna-
time
just
and
gonna try.
space.
Can I just, if I type "go away,"
Did you type go away? Did you type go away? Did it work?
typed "go away." I didn't
Type
work.
go away, signed Trexel Geistman.
Go
Really big
away.
time it.
Signed, Trexel Geistman.
Man. Any luck?
No.
Okay, what about this? Type, hey, this is
Wait,
the board.
Wait.
Go away.
Hang on. Hey, this is the board. Go away. Oh, wait, I haven't answered that one. I'm hiding the comment. David, why do you want to be so
So did that
swell?
work? Sorry, David, you just moved blast past that. Did that work?
No, no, I don't know. I immediately hided it.
The comments are defying the board. They must be destroyed.
Oh, no, I'll show the wait, I'm going to ask the question and show the comment. David, why do you want to be so swell? Well, why wouldn't you? I mean,
Wouldn't you want to be swell?
don't you want to grab pipes in your hands and crush them into tiny balls and throw them at your enemies, which are often the walls? Do you want to, run your finger along a panel and let it leave a mark, and then you can write, "I'm David 7" in there?
Yes, I mean to be speaking to you about that, David. I've been getting complaints from maintenance, or at least the creaky voice that leaves me messages that says they're from maintenance, and it seems that that's causing a bit of a ruckus. What I'd advise is keep doing it. More power to you. Stop writing your own name, because people know it's you. Do what I do and write, "I'm David." Write just other thing. Just write anything. I just write stuff.
Okay, wait, I'll just try and... There's one here. It's just... It's quite a tough wall. Trexel Geist! Man!
That's my name, David.
Underline.
That's my name. Why are you
Exclamation
writing? You're not me.
I also spelt it wrong, so they're definitely going to think it's you.
Oh, very funny, David. Just because I can't spell because nobody ever told me, and also when they did, I left.
Yes. Anyway,
That's
moving
mean.
swiftly on.
You're mean. You're meanie.
What?
You're mean
I'm
guy.
I did what you told. I did what you told me. I just
David
followed it.
7. Harshing the buzz. The buzz harsher. If you've met that bee would be like, oh, no more buzz. I've been
No.
harshed.
No, I would look into the eyes of the bee and say, "You know what, bee? We're in the same boat here.
The bee boat.
I get you. I know your pain. You're my brother, bee.
Yeah, it's a bee, David.
You're my blood brother. And by
No,
that,
you don't
I mean slurry and milk.
have blood. You don't have blood, David.
You're my
You can't have a blood
slurry.
brother.
You're my honey slurry
Oh,
brother, bee.
A goo brother?
You're my
Goo brother!
You're my goo brother. And I understand you.
Yeah,
And
David,
the bee would
it's-
be like, buzz, 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 because it can't speak. Anyway.
No, also it's a bee. Its brain architecture is so vastly different from you. I don't even know if it understands you as another living being.
Oh, no.
You may as well just be a big leap.
But we wouldn't understand on like a verbal level. It would go deeper than that.
Oh, it's a psychic bee.
Yeah. So I think it real hard. And it would know me. And I would know that bee. Anyway,
I'm not letting
Trexel,
you
what's
meet
your
the bee.
favourite non-bar related place on Stellar Firma?
Invalid.
Okay, let's rephrase it, right? If it's your favourite non-bar related place on Stellar Firma, that doesn't
Right.
exist, so that's right at the bottom, right? So we're just going to go one step up. What's your
Right.
least favourite bar related place on Stellar Firma? That's from
Well,
Reese Geistman.
that's a
Is that?
question.
Oh wait, that's
That's
from
the
Reese Geistman. Are they a relative of yours?
No, all of my relatives are dead. This is a fan, David.
Ah.
Sometimes people
Wait, you
name
have
themselves.
fans?
Oh yes,
What are they a fan
Millions.
of?
Me, my style, my work, my essence. I say millions. I heard from one.
Is that Reese?
It was.
Right.
It was.
Okay,
They sent me
well-
a very lewd drawing, and I had to
Right.
send it back. But you know, a fan's a fan.
Okay.
So my least favorite bar related place, I suppose it would be the promenade deck. You know, it's got a big sort of sweeping glass dome, and when I've snuck past the security shields, because I'm not technically allowed there because I kept breaking the glass and it's very dangerous. You know, you can look up there and you can look up into the vast empty vacuum of space and think, gosh, I could smash that with a rock. And it's like pebbled, like sort of pebbles. So you can pick up a rock and throw it. Now you'd think, hey, this is your large piece of glass,
Yes.
keeping you away from the deadly vacuum of space. Shall we make it pretty thick? Maybe it was pretty thick once, but I think lots of like wear and tear and repairs means that you get a good aim with a rock. You can just smash one of those things. So what you do is you grab onto something really tight and you put on your oxygen supply and then you fling a rock and the people are, whoa! And then the sound goes away because all the air has gone and then they're just fumbling away, tumbling away. What a prank. What a prank. What a
Right.
rambunctious prank.
And they all died.
I don't know. I never checked.
Right. And this is the kind of thing that Reese is a fan of.
Loves it. That's what the drawing was. It was that, except I was a nude.
Right. Just flapping around in the vacuum.
Not bound by the laws of physics anymore.
Good board. Right. Oh dear. I think I need some more gin.
I'll have some more thinner.
Wait a minute. Hang on, this is just gin flavoured slurry.
Ah,
Explains why I can imbibe it.
oh, that's good stuff, I think. When my eyes start working again, I'm pretty sure that was good stuff.
Right. Right, so Autumn has given us another one from Brine. Bryn. Right, yes. What question do you really wish someone would ask? Ah, a coward's question.
A coward's question, yes. Well, you know what, David? Sometimes you can really cut to the point when it's really mean.
Yes, well, you know. But I suppose question asked, so question has to be answered.
Yeah, go
What
ahead.
question do you really wish someone would ask, Trexel? What do you want to be asked?
I'd like to be asked, Trexel, would you like a promotion? The answer is yes. And I'll tell you for why. Because my talent is now, you know, the universe, pretty wide, pretty
Yes.
broad, always expanding, much like my skill set. I work well both outside and not in a team. I have a very dynamic skill set that you can't find. It must be there, but you can't find it because it's so dynamic. And also, I went to Space University,
Right.
which is a university in the crawl space behind the canteen.
Oh, what kind of things do they teach in the Crawl Space University?
Hiding, finding that little puddle from the fryers where they
Yeah.
make the canapes for the clients, and they sort of puddle there, and you're like, that's real food. That's not slurry food. That's real food, and you lap at it.
These are definitely
That sort of thing.
skills that I've seen you express these skills. They taught
I
you
did.
well.
I did my master's in getting all of the fluff out of your eyes.
Oh. Well, you don't
That's very
have actually.
important.
There is one thing I will say about you. It's you don't have very fluffy eyes. There's no fluff in there at all.
Fluffless.
Fluffless eyes.
Just try and comb my eyes and find out.
Well, I mean, it's a
It's a saying, David. It's a saying.
Oh.
It's a saying that we have. Try and comb my eyes. You wouldn't
you-
understand. It's a space university thing.
Oh, okay. No, fair enough. Fair enough. You know, you've got to have your old, your alma maters have got to have their sort of in jokes and their little tribal customs.
Sorry, no, there's nobody else. Just me.
Right. So you say that. That's your saying.
And also, I'm the only person who's ever been to space university.
Does that mean you're the dean?
Yes. And the bursar. And the, I'm going to say proctor. And also the undergrad. And also the PH dude. And also nope, that's all of the university things I can think of.
Okay, well, you're all of those things all at once. Very
I'm a
impressive.
whole of accommodation.
Right. You live in your cell. I suppose you do live in your cell.
Don't we all?
Everyone has to live
I'm every Trexel and copyright.
Right.
Move
Hi.
on.
What's your favourite game you've played with Hartro? This comes to us from Alex T. Blue.
Favorite game that I've played with Hartro. Now, we haven't really spoken much about this, David, since it happened. But you know that time that Hartro...
So I've got a bit of fluff in my eye. Oh.
You haven't been to Space University, have you, you rube?
Well, yeah, the entire point was you're the only one to go to Space University.
Thank you for agreeing with me, David. Now, I've forgotten what I was going to say. Oh, yes, that was it. Now, you remember that time that Hartro came in? I won't spoil the details, but Hartro came in with those really detailed dioramas and quizzes and things. I like that because what it showed me is that Hartro must have a lot of time on her hands because she built some very intricate and detailed diorama. Like there was flowing water and also like a little sun that went over the top and little figurines of her. Like that was like it was made by a crafts person, over hours and hours, if not days. But it was used for 20 minutes with us, one random time.
Well, I mean, she took it away with her. She may get more use out of it. I don't know.
What with figures of us and that ship with the masts? How often does that come up?
Well, I mean, they weren't us. They were our characters, weren't they?
Mine was me. I don't know about you, David, but mine was a perfect little tiny Trexel.
Well, weren't you a little salesperson?
Yeah. No, that's a different game. You're thinking of a different game, David. I'm talking about the one with the fox and the grain and things.
Oh, right. No, but that wasn't a game. That was a puzzle.
And a puzzle isn't a game.
Well, I suppose. Well, no, but more like an exam, right?
A deadly exam.
Yes.
With consequences beyond what you could possibly imagine.
Yes.
Well, I mean, isn't that the most dangerous game, David? The most dangerous game. Man puzzles.
No, you were saying that was hunting people.
That's the man puzzle. You're trying to solve the puzzle of how do I hunt this human man?
Right. Yes. Okay. And then the
do I do it with a rock? Do I do it with a brick? Do I do it with a sock? How will I fare? Not everything rhymes, David. Leave me alone.
Well, I mean, I didn't. You
stop
said
it!
that. I didn't say
stop
that.
accusing
I didn't
me.
Say that. I didn't say you said that. You said you're setting your own standards here, Trexel.
I don't talk about David. Don't mention standards.
But aren't we already here on behest of Stan?
I don't know, David. I don't know. But who set it up? Well, let's not find out, eh? Let's not.
Let's just so they can't hear us.
Well, I mean, this is being broadcast, so
but if we whisper, they can't. If we whisper,
if they're not directly watching, but they're in the same room, then maybe.
Yeah. No, they got it on the background, and they just can't hear it.
Why is it so quiet and whispery? And then they'll pay attention.
So we'll have to be quick. We'll have to be quick. Okay. Who arranges these things? The question and aggressions, right? So standards are already what?
Yes, no, I come to think of it, it's actually standards that does this. Yeah, they'll hit this and they'll know.
Yeah. Even if we whisper.
Yeah, well, I mean, especially so.
Okay.
So I'd stop talking about it if I were you.
Just stop talking at all.
I mean, well, about standards. I mean, ideally about anything at all, but I've told you to shut up millions of times and it's never worked.
Right. Yeah, I suppose you don't really want to be held to any standards, not just...
Okay, ideally, no. Okay, held the board.
Right, no. Okay, held the boards. Okay. Trexel. What? I said bye.
I thought you said bat Trexel.
No, bye.
I thought you were getting
bye.
back. Oh, bye. Next question.
Okay, right, yes, right. So...
If indeed there is another question, maybe these cowards watching haven't got questions because they fear our power.
Oh no, there's loads. We've got loads to get through and not much time.
Are we actually running low on time?
Oh, we are inundated, flooded with questions. I assume
there was this excellent one time when I was low on time and I just kept going on and on and all of the oxygen ran out.
How did you survive?
I didn't. I'm a ghost. I'm joking. I breathed the air out of my companion's lungs.
Right. Okay. This doesn't surprise me or shock me in any way, to be quite honest. Anyway, and Matthew Smith asks, are there any citizen employees you are interested in contracting into a relationship with you? Who do you fancy, Trexel?
Who
You know,
fancies?
in a legal sense, who do you, who would you serve with a, sort of papers to get in a relationship with? Who
Oh,
do you-
I
who
see.
do you-
To
who do
start
you
the legal
legally fan-
to start the legal fancying proceeding. Sorry, no, I
Yes.
didn't know where you were going with that one. So who would I submit Form 12B, the love form, in order to form a legal and sanctioned relationship with?
Yes.
Well, it's a tough choice because there's two candidates in mind. I don't know if you've met them. Well, one of them's excellent. You love them. They're sort of like tall and thin. And they've got a sort of a T at the top, and then lots of spiky hair.
Met them at the bar. Quite quiet.
Very quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Very quiet, but excellent at tidying, which is a real asset around me. I tend to smash things. Oh, that glass is gone. Oh no, that person's skull.
So they
Stuff
sort of
happens.
just clean it up with their hair by rubbing their head gently on the floor.
You've got to, and you know what? You've got to grab on tight and mind for splinters, but you'll have a good old time.
Right.
So there's
who's
that one.
Candidate number 2, Harry or?
No, Harry's not my type. He's too smart. I like a dum-dum. So I can lord it over them. And the broom never speaks.
Yes, that makes
Yes.
sense.
I'm a very bad person, David. I don't know why this surprises you. The other one's a fish, a big, dead, stinky fish.
Right.
And that's just because, damn. I mean, damn. I hate to watch you lay completely still on a sheet of newspaper, but I love to watch you lay completely still on a piece of newspaper.
Right. Okay, sorry, Trex. I don't assume
But
there
they
was some
found
sort of...
out about each other, and it was very awkward.
Yeah,
The
okay,
broom was all like, and the fish was all like, and I was like, come on, guys, let's just calm down here. And then the broom was all like, because it fell over, and the fish was all like, because it was lying completely still.
Right. See, I'm
awkward.
I was thought it was some sort of delusion, but you know they're a broom and a big dead fish that you keep in your trousers.
Yes. What's your point? I don't understand.
No, move it. Honestly, I don't want to start picking at that thread because the whole shirt might unravel and your nipples will be underneath.
There is an ashtray I've been looking at. So full of ash.
Okay. Trexel, what's your favourite drink? Thank you, Alex T. Blue. Thank
Flax
you so
and
much.
whisk. Every time flax and whisk. Have you ever had a flax and whisk?
Trexel.
Sorry,
No.
sorry. David, please will you tell me if you ever had a flax and whisk? I know you hate it when I don't say please.
Trexel, no, I can't do anything except for
please,
this...
David. Please, David, will you please? I'm begging you, David. Please, on my hands and knees, metaphorically. Have you ever had a flax and whisk?
No.
Oh, David, won't you tell me? Oh, David, won't you say? Will you tell me if you've tried flax and whisk a day? Such a long, smooth drink full of ice and fun. Flax and whisk, yum, yum, yum.
Oh, that song made me swallow my slurry wrong.
Oh, mind it. You done?
I think so. Oh, my biceps might be swole, but I have a tiny baby's trachea.
Oh, it's so slim. Now, David, have you ever had a flax and whisk?
I don't... Yes?
You have? Oh, well, in which case you don't need me to explain it.
Oh.
And in fact, I'd like you to explain it to me, David, because I'd like to know if you're telling the truth.
Right.
Sorry, I'm
yes,
just getting a little bit closer there, David. Have you ever had a flax and whisk? Tell me why. What's in it?
Well,
Interesting.
alcohol.
Isn't it interesting how he knows? Yes, it's very interesting how
You're
he
not
knows.
talking to anybody. You're alone in that room. I know you're alone in that room. So there's
I think
alcohol.
he thinks we're alone in this room. Yes, he does, because he's a fool, a poltroon.
Is there anyone?
No one in your room.
There's no one in your room. Wait, no, I'm in my room. There's alcohol.
What's in a flax and whisk?
Alcohol.
Mhm.
More, a different alcohol.
Correct.
One of those little slurry pebbles they call olives. A little stick. A glass, of course.
Well, otherwise it would get all over the service.
Desiccated slurry, and just a little drip. Just a little drip of executive slurry for those who like to live dangerously.
Shh, it's forbidden. Oh, I do I do hope I haven't entirely ruined the focus of this camera. It's possible.
Yeah.
Come on. Come on. Nope, I'm going to be blurry for the rest of the session now, David. This is all your... Or I'll just have to stay really close.
Yeah, you're going to have to
very slowly. If I just keep on going back a little bit more.
Come on, little camera. Come. Imogen got... I think Imogen got confused and was like, are you close? Are you far away? I just don't know.
Silly Imogen with your autofocus problems. Trusted reviews, my buttocks.
Right. Matthew Smith asks, if you have a pet, what kind would you have?
Pets aren't allowed. For start.
Some sort of big dead fish?
Well, that's not a pet, David. That's a partner. When you grow up one day, you'll understand what that means. No, as a pet, I don't know. You know what, David? I feel like I've been answering a lot of questions here. What about you? If you could have a pet, what would it be? And don't say me on a leash, you weirdo.
I wasn't going to.
Well, that's fantastic. Then you're not a weirdo.
I'd use you as a table. Right. So
I am very level. My buttocks are just so flat. They just go bah. You could plane wood off of it.
I'd stuff you and use you as a side table.
I'd love that. No demands. Nobody wanting anything from you, and you just full
except for a
of
stable
bottles.
buttock.
Well, apart from the stable buttock, of course, but that's built in. The buttock's built in, David. The buttock's built in.
Anyway,
what you were saying?
Yes, I think I'd have some sort of, like a plastic companion. Someone that you could really just stick a pen into and whiz it around, and it makes all kinds of fun shapes. Sort of
Don't do this, David.
A plastic.
Don't do
plastic. A purr.
That wasn't a pet, David. That was the best friend I ever had.
Perseus Graphicus Friendus. A classic.
Are you trying to hurt me, David? Is this
what? No, I don't understand. I'd like the Graphicus Friendus, Perseus.
We're not in the same room, David, so I can't physically assault your face, but I will when I find you. I'll poke out your eyes. Oh, won't I? Well, guess what, David? We've got a shift tomorrow, and I know where you'll be. But will I be there?
Well, that's the question.
That is a serious question. Will I be there? I don't know.
Well, I mean, I hope so. I hope so, and also, I'm pretty sure I'll smash your nails on my pupils.
I'd like to see that.
We'll see. Well, yes,
you know what? I would be on the receiving end of some smashed nails, but I'd just love to see it. It'd be like poking a marble.
Yeah, you do. And then there'd be a second, and then a crack would run up your nail, and there'd be like a little. And the entire thing would yes, that's the face you would.
It me. I'm smashed.
And I'd be like.
And then we'd have motivational posters. Be like Trexel's eye. Not Trexel's eye. Be like David. No, you know what? Let's say it was me that had the great eye. Let's do this poster, but it's Trexel's eyes. But no, then people try and poke me in the eye.
Poke you in the eye to smash their fingernails off.
Well, we'll make a poster that says, don't poke Trex in the eye. But if you did, you'd smash your hand.
Okay. A compromise has been reached.
Print them.
Anyway, that's the pet that I'd have. Your number one fan, Reese, asks, if either of you could choose your ideal career, what would it be?
Space pirate. Astro buccaneer. Sexy captain of Bacchanalia.
Are those one job or three jobs?
All the same job. It all comes with the territory. Swashbuckling across the galaxy.
Is your ship called the Bacchanalia?
No, it's called Ramrod McClintock.
Right. And you'd sail around space in Ramrod McClintock.
Get in Ramrod, you'd say. Hop on Ramrod. Now, and then it punch space in the face.
One thing, I was reading this really interesting blog, right?
Okay.
I was reading this really interesting blog on Imogen, and quite frankly, I mean, I kept trying to click away. Well, I didn't, but I experimentally clicked away once, and Imogen clicked back onto it. So I think Imogen wanted to read the blog as well. It was about a certain lovely duke, and how he liked to frequent the stars in his beautiful space yacht, and how he'd often track down space pirates and just kill them right dead. And do you think? Do you
I think what, David?
You know, well, in his ship, I think it was called the Terpsichore's Vault. Terpsichore's Vaunt, yes. And I think he'd just be scooting about, and he'd find a Trexel, and he'd say, "There's a Trexel."
I think
there's a Trexel.
I think Trexel would defeat them. I think Drexel would defeat whatever kind of stupid duke you're talking about. Smash him into atoms. With the Atom Smasher. The Atom Smasher on Ramrod McClintock.
Right.
I'd say, take this bath in, you stupid...
Who was that? Sorry, I don't know.
Some sort of duke.
Just some guy. Just some guy.
Just some dead guy. Just some dead guy that I killed.
Fair enough. Well,
best.
I'd like to see you try.
I'd like to see me try as well, but my eyes are inside my own head, so I'd have to do it whilst holding a mirror. And that's a bit awkward. You can't aim properly because you're looking, look at my handsome face. Look at my handsome eyes. Look at my handsome hair. Look at my handsome thighs. I've turned the mirror down too low. Oh no, I've crashed the ship. Oh no.
And that is what would happen. You'd crash your ship immediately. You wouldn't even be able to get to
the stupid duke and they die. I've got a
would
tough.
they?
You know what? There's no ship tougher than Ramrod McClintock.
I don't know. I was reading that Terpsichore's Vaunt had 15,000 hulls.
What citation needed?
Well,
15,000 hulls. What on earth are you talking about?
Citation blog. 15,000 hulls. They're micro hulls.
What? 15,000 layers of hull. What are they made of? Tissue paper.
Micro
was that? What are they made of? Micro hulls? Are they?
Am I a spaceship engineer?
No, clearly not. But you're talking like one. You're talking like, it's got 15,000 hulls. You don't know anything.
Am I just a David reading a blog with Imogen?
Yeah, you are, David, and that's the lowest form of life. I've found scummy ponds with better life than whatever that is.
Well, some of us don't get all of our information by sticking your head in a bush and listening to the shouts that come from it.
I mean, you should try it, David. Bush news it's hot and up to the minute, but you do get a lot of twigs in your ears.
Well, I can't because I don't know any bushes. There are no bushes near me.
No, they're not on this level.
If you brought a bush into the office and then I'd stick my head in it and I'd listen to the shouts.
Bush will die, David. I've experimented with tearing bushes out of the ground. They die, David. They die.
Okay, well.
So...
Alex T. Blue says, Trexel, what is your favourite thing about David 7 and Hartro? I mean, I like that this question has been asked, but I fear for the answer.
I like that they're both individuals that can in some way serve my purposes. Because as you know, David, everybody who's not me is an avenue to my goals and not really a person. And I'm pretty sure when I leave the room, there's no one else there.
I'm not in the room.
When I leave, no, but I can see you. So
wait,
if I was to look away, hang on, I'll look away. See, you're not there anymore. See, I look back. Hang on. See, and then you came back after I looked. So basically, without me, you're nothing, as is everybody, because I am the literal center of the universe, David. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the creator of matter and time and space, which won't explain why I'm not more successful. I don't understand.
What about Barry Crush and stuff?
I am an actual god. I am your god. Everybody watching, I, personally, Trexel Geistman, are your god.
Well, that might be the case with Reese Geistman.
Pay me. Tithes. I want tithes, is what I'm saying. I keep asking for tithes, and no one gets.
What's your favourite tithe? What would you like to be tithed with?
Gold pieces.
Gold pieces.
It's the most expensive. It's the most. See, you
Trexel,
can't even
are you
say
okay?
it.
Have you?
I can't even say it. It's so valuable. It just fills the mouth. Oh, my mouth is full of gold. No, the sort of weight and heft of a gold piece. Can't get better.
Right.
Try and bite it. Ow, my teeth. Gold piece.
Stuff yourself in. Stuff yourself in.
Right, we've got about 6 minutes, David. So let's ram through the questions, shall we?
Okay. Right, we've got next one from Matthew Smith. Trexel, what's your morning routine?
Get up, scream for 20 minutes, eat a mint, get out the house.
Wow.
Bam. Next question.
Okay, well you did ram through that one. So I'm just gonna. Oh no! Oh dear! I don't know what happened there.
Wrong with you, David?
I don't know. Something just exploded from inside me.
You're choking on your drink. Your face is trying to implode.
Well, I'm not used to gin flavored soda.
Oh no! I've understood. You've come to the end of your life. Now the thing is, mostly clones don't really live that long, so you've not got a great shelf life. So what's happening is you're gently imploding as your body decays.
I'm not imploding. I'm fine.
Sorry.
I'm fine.
Sorry, you're imploding now. Sorry, no,
Feels-
I can smell even me. I can smell the clone decay from here.
feels
It's so
pretty-
sad. He was so young. I think it's very relative.
No. It's tough. It's strong.
No,
It's,
you're dying.
it's like
you're dying,
granite.
David.
It's
Dying.
Herculean.
You may as well lay down in a bush to die if you can find one. But
I
they
can't
die
find a
if you
bush,
take
there
them
are
out
no
of the.
bushes.
You can know because you take them out of the ground and they die like you're dying.
Well, that means I'm never going to die because I
You've got
can't find
20
a bush to lie
minutes.
down in and die.
You've got 20
20
minutes to live. I reckon. I don't know. I reckon
All
you've
right,
got 20 minutes to live. Do you know how I know?
What?
Because I am your god.
Right.
Next
Well,
question.
tell you what, we'll make a bet. You come into work
Okay.
tomorrow, probably, maybe,
Yes.
probably not. And if I'm still alive, you have to poke me in the eye and have your nail shatter.
Okay, so what you're telling me is you're going to bet me that if I come into work tomorrow and then you've continued some sort of bet. Is that what you're telling me?
Well, no, I'm saying
Because that seems like a fool's bet.
no, because if we're betting that I'm going to be dead in 20 minutes, right? So if you come into
Yeah.
work tomorrow and I'm still alive, you have to poke me in the eye with all 10 of your. That's a new one.
It's a branded Cosmic Lounge glass.
Did you steal that?
I think I did.
And it came
Well,
down
boy,
the tube with you.
Oh boy, howdy! And how did it not spill?
Incredible.
The craftsmanship on that.
Gravity juice.
Yeah. It says on the bottom, don't put it in the dishwasher. I don't know what one of those is, but who would do that? Who wouldn't read the bottom of the glass and put it in?
Well,
Some sort of idiot.
don't you ever washed a dish in your life? Right, last question, I think.
I
We've only
will
got-
not be your plunger! Continue with the questions.
Tell us about the first planet you built. That's from Autumn.
Wow, that's a big question.
The
planet I
question
built-
blower.
Oh, hang on, I'll just move this down. Whoops! There it goes. The first planet I ever built. You get down there, you. The first planet I ever built. Sorry, I just need to snapped its neck. The first planet I ever built, it was a training planet. So consultants and planetary designers and builders, but they don't start to straight up on a client, because what if something went wrong? Imagine that. That would be terrible. So I built a training planet, and I built it for a team building away day. And the brief was that this needs to be a planet under which light levels of stress can be.
So let me stop you there. The brief was. How do you know what the brief was?
Because it was yelled at me by an instructor.
Oh. Okay. Sorry. No. Please.
It's a
continue.
training scenario, David.
Right.
I've never read a brief.
No, I know.
Which could explain some things, but I'm not sure what
Yes.
things they are. So there we go. So so after the instructor had stopped yelling, there was more yelling later, but we'll get to that. So they wanted a planet that would sort of exert sort of light levels of stress, so that a corporate team building atmosphere could be achieved. And what I built was a planet just full of holes, covered with leaves, with spikes at the bottom.
Right. And
Everyone died,
oh, and
but they bonded.
Is this where the second round of yelling came in?
Yeah, they were like, "You've killed a whole department, Trexel." And I was like, "Why did you put them on my first planet?" I was being experimental.
I mean, I have to say,
I made some punji pits.
I kind of do agree with you. Why did they do that? I suppose it was your first planet, so they didn't know you had previous, because you didn't have any previous. So, yes.
No, I had built a lot of models that exploded. But
Anyway, there's some sort of terrible silent alarm going off that's sort of vibrating my brain inside my head. So I'm just looking here, and I'm thinking Imogen's reading something out. It says, "Thanks a lot, boys. Now go away."
Go away. All right, I'll go away then. How do I go away?
I'm not sure.
I literally don't know. Does somebody go me away, or do
don't
I
know.
have to leave?
Does Imogen have to step in? Step in?
I don't know.
Okay, well, something
Hang on,
called the Outpost is threatening to end us.
No, David, the Outpost will end us. This is terrible, David. The Outpost is a terrible
what is
being
the
that patrols the galaxy, ending video calls willy-nilly.